Hi runner. I saw you running last night. Is your car broken?
Hi Ann. No, my car is fine. I was just out for a training run.
Training run? Where were you going?
I was not going anywhere. I started from my house, ran for an hour, and ended up back home.
What? You ran for an hour and ended up where you started? Did you get lost?
No, it was just for training. I'm training to run the New York City Marathon in November.
Really? How long is that race?
It's 42.195 kilometers or 26.2 miles.
I ran several marathons last year. I have run 3 so far this year.
Great, Jill. What's your best time?
35 minutes and 15 seconds. I also ran one in 36 minutes and 30 seconds.
No, that's impossible. Nobody runs that fast.
It was not that fast. The winner used less than 20 minutes.
That cannot have been a marathon.
Yes, it was. It was a 5-kilometer marathon.
5 kilometers is not a marathon. All marathons have to be 42.195 kilometers or 26.2 miles.
Maybe in New York, but not where I run. We have both 5-kilometer and 10-kilometer marathons. You don't know anything about marathons. 42.195 kilometers is more than I usually drive with my car in a day. I'm sure that it would take me almost 2 hours just to walk that distance.
The world record for women is 2 hours 15 minutes.
Oh, really? Then I may use almost 3 hours to do it. What do you get if you win in New York? Maybe if I start running I could win it next year? It can't be that hard.
I will not win. There are more than 50,000 runners running there. Some of them are the best in the world.
So you know that you will not win. Why do you start if you know that?
Marathon is about competing with yourself, to do the best you can. To finish a marathon is a great accomplishment.
Competing with yourself? So you will try to set a new personal best?
No, that's not possible. Many years ago I ran a marathon in 2 hours 32 minutes. Now I use more than 4 hours. But still I enjoy it.
I don't get this at all. You cannot win. You cannot set a personal best. Why do you do it?
Like I said, it's a challenge to just finish. Everybody who finishes a marathon should be very proud of themselves. And the atmosphere is fantastic. More than 50,000 runners, more than 2 million spectators along the course. Thousands of smiling volunteers.
So you don't get anything for traveling all the way to New York to run the marathon? I still don't get it.
Every finisher gets a medal. Only the few top finishers get prize money.
Everybody gets a medal? So if you finish as number 10,000 or 40,000 you get the same thing?
Yes, that's right.
This is really crazy. So all you get is a free trip to New York and a medal. That's all for running the marathon?
I am paying for the flights and hotel myself. All the runners do that, except the elite runners. In addition, I pay more than $350 to enter the race.
What? You pay for flights and hotel. Then you have to pay to run? And all you get is a medal? You should see a psychiatrist.
It's so much fun. In the end you have no energy left. All your body is hurting. After the finish you have problems walking. Many cramps up. The next days you can't walk in a normal way. It takes a long time before your body is working like normal again. It's really fun.
Fun? You call that fun? You said 50,000 runners? I refuse to believe that 50,000 runners pay a lot of money to torture themselves running this marathon. I'm sure that the organizers have to pay most of them to get them to do this.
No, they don't. And much more than 100,000 runners tries to get into the marathon. They have to have a lottery to select the runners who are allowed to run.
That must be the first lottery where lucky ones are those who are not selected. When you have ran this marathon in New York, will you then stop running?
No, absolutely not. I have ran New York City Marathon every year since 1978. That's 35 times.
Your math is not very good. If you ran every year from 1978 to 2013, that's 36 years, not 35 years.
The 2012 race was cancelled because of Sandy, so 35 times is correct.
Sandy? How could one woman stop 50,000 runners from running the marathon?
Sandy was a hurricane that did a lot of damage.
I thought this marathon thing sounded really stupid. And you do it every year? You travel from Norway to New York every year to do this? Don't they have marathons in Norway? Are you the only one who is not from USA?
We have marathons in Norway, but not like the one in New York. Last year there were runners from all 50 US states and from 109 countries.
Many crazy people in the world.
I have become good friends with many of them. Runners from all Europe, from USA, Canada, Australia and more.
Do some travel all the way from Australia to run in New York?
Yes, 749 runners came from Australia last year.
How are they able to train there? It must be dangerous to run there with all the crocodiles. And with all the kangaroos jumping around, it must be difficult to run.
The good thing about meeting these people from all around the world is that you get to know the world much better. It sounds like you only know your own neighborhood yourself.
You said that a marathon is always 42.195 kilometers or 26.2 miles. Why those strange figures?
The marathon comes from the legend of Philippides, a Greek messenger. The legend states that he was sent from the battlefield of Marathon to Athens to announce that the Persians had been defeated in the Battle of Marathon in which he had just fought, which took place in August or September, 490 BC. It is said that he ran the entire distance without stopping and burst into the assembly, exclaiming, "We have won," before collapsing and dying.
He died? And now people enter a lottery and pays hundreds of dollars to do the same thing?
Yes, that's right. Before the 1908 London Olympic Games, the distance of a marathon was not fixed. It was about 40 kilometers or 25 miles, but it could vary from race to race. At the 1908 Olympic Games, the royal family wanted to see the start at Windsor Castle. From there to the finish at White City Stadium it was 42.195 kilometers or 26.2 miles. In 1921 the IAAF determined that all marathons should be the same distance as the 1908 race.
I give up. After this talk there is no doubt that you need some psychiatric help. But all this marathon running must have given you great stamina. Maybe you can call me one day soon so we can get together.